Okay, let's see that everything works. Okay, let's see that. Okay, looks like it. Uh, I really need to. I kind of want to make this to enable a hotkey or something for an image of a glass of water with a straw when I drink something. I've seen some VTubers do that, and I assume they also use hotkeys because they did like very quick, like the moment they took a sip. I feel like I need to do something along those lines. Anyway, okay, let's start. Let's begin. Let's begin. If the game will let me get will allow me to use my cursor, because oh my god, please. You know, sometimes streaming those games that they just don't want to cooperate to you. It feels like a taming a wild beast, you know. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So we're continuing our Hedon playthrough this time, and I believe this is. Oh, I remember this kind of spooky sound that I'm not sure what the source of it. Anyway, this is like almost the end of the game. This is like 9th level called Research and Decay. Like the name again. And this excuse me, and this time we return to Walk finally. Like you can see this portal through the glass. Boy, I'm kind of enjoying this sound actually, but it's just that it's very like sudden, and I'm not sure what the source of it, and it's also kind of like interrupting me. Anyway, yeah, that's a portal where we should have come out like 3 levels ago, I think. Anyway, we are finally back to the destination. That's nice. Another one. And one thing that I mentioned in like my announcement is that this is giving me some really good horror vibes, you know. I'm even thinking about Dead Space for some reason. Maybe because of the color palette. It's just a very dark and brown, probably. Yeah, and I'm hopeful that this is what this level will try to go for, you know, for some good horror time, and not for some traditional structure sort of that we've seen before. I'm not really sure why. I'm kind of not excited about the traditional head-on gameplay at this point. Maybe because of the previous levels castle part. Yeah, the castle is kind of a bummer. Either way, we'll see. I'm open for disappointment for some reason. I need to cast away those bad vibes. Okay, let's start. So this is the teleporter. Even so, I'll tell you this. In this darkness, it's kind of hard to. I feel like it's hard to understand that this is what it is. You see that? Oh my God! Is it Tiati? Is it a goblin girl that was going through vents, like in previous levels? A bloodied note lies by the dead. Oh no, it's a witch. Lise has gone completely mad. She was behind the missing staff members. And this dark slime, she somehow managed to make it grow and expand. For how long she has been doing this? Chieftain Zur is nowhere to be found, and the text stops briefly. Humans! Warping in everywhere, we've been betrayed, we are falling back to Icepeak. Okay, so I guess the traitor is this witch by the name Lise? Yes, this is what completely matches with it. What? Okay, is this like a resolution to the whole like story arc that involves this traitor thing? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of yeah. This whole traitor sort of plot is just. I'm not sure about it. The way it's introduced in the game, it's kind of like in this what was that? I think it was like level 6, right? That was a complete roller coaster. And there was like this whole like exposition dump, like the whole plot dump, and this is where the whole trader section was kind of introduced to us, which is I think it comes out of nowhere. I'm not sure there are like any. Maybe there are hints at trader's presence, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's. I guess it was this witch. Whatever. I am full. Okay, now I'm not. Okay, so this is a witch. Got it. So our favorite goblin girl is alright, I guess. That's nice. There's a button. I think this is a button. Okay. This is probably not even interactable. Okay. Even so, hopefully, like not hopefully. Fortunately, this door actually has like a switch placed on it, so I think like we've seen them before. I think like we've seen this type of a door once, and I guess this is like a visual for a door that is just locked or something. Yeah, this game, I'll tell you this, it's not very consistent with its visual language. Right, get out this broken window. It's like a slime sound. Kinda nice, kinda enjoying it. Oh, and this is a leg. This is the promised, the promised. It is a leg of the orc lady, who was very unlucky. She was like in teleport, I think. Hello, Dombey. Hello. Yeah, she was unlucky when the teleporter closed or something, if I remember correctly. That's a nice touch. I appreciate this one. Okay, another room that I guess we need to get inside. There's another button. Okay, that was easy. Oh, this noise. Is it like from these crystals? I kind of like it. The sound of the machinery. I'm not sure if those crystals are like they always had this sound effect. Maybe they did it, I just didn't notice. Man, that's a really good sound effect. Okay, we have a button that is... Yeah, I don't know what this button does. Again, this game just... It's... Again, I'm not sure if it does it like in line of an old school level design approach, or it's just a very like result of an experienced mapper. But they really like to introduce like buttons, keys before gates, like before obstacles. which is just always like very often leads to some very confused results. Okay, so this one. Okay, it is a decorative button. Got it. By the way, another funny thing is, this button actually gives you a hint when you press it, like about its purpose. I feel like this is like, I don't remember how many buttons actually do that in this game. I feel like this is very rare behavior actually. Because if I remember correctly, a bunch of those gate buttons that I encountered like in previous levels, they don't give any hints to you at all. Yeah, maybe this would be a nice kind of like a mechanic to spread to all buttons. I don't know. Boy, this is so interesting. It's like, oh man, that looks like such an important room, right? It's lit properly. It's like it catches your attention. There is all those mechanisms, and it's just its decoration. It's like a bunch of pickups and like a healing potion. That's it. Oh, this is spooky. Flickering lights. Can I open this? Yep, I can. Alright, good. Oh, and another button that does something. Yeah, this one opens the gate. Alright. This one is nice because you can kind of it's very easy for you to realize what you did. So nice button placement. I feel like I remember this room. Ah, the music. Is it like a... No, I didn't think we've been here before. Okay, we have it looks like... We have 3 options. Where we can go, it looks like. I really like how this... looks like this level is going to be on a very like a dark side. Which I was partially hoping for this. So that's nice. Dark and spooky vibe so far. Nothing of interest here. This is some kind of shop. It's just it's open. Yeah, very... So far this level has a nice Monka-ass vibes. Boy, the ambient is just good stuff. I hope it's looped correctly. Okay, all right, I'm a little bit confused. What's the point of this room? Any secrets? This is uninteractable. All right. Let's check out this. Looks like this door can be opened. Yep. What? This is a unique statue. I don't think I've seen this one before. Wow, like, oh wow, this room's architecture is... it feels very unique. Like it's kind of like out of the sort of typical orc architecture that we've seen so far. It's a Vichka statue. Oh, okay, got it. So this is like I guess this is like a witch's area. Actually, that's safe. Damn, this whole area feels like there's like a lot of stuff going on. And let's explore it, I guess. Can I open it? But the security bars won't budge. What? Okay, whatever. The search and decay. Yeah, I checked it. Yep, that's correct. Which is a plan research and development. All right, so we're getting some. We're gonna get a bunch of orc labs, or like or something along those lines in this one. It's kind of exciting. I am. So I guess this is meant to be like R&D department. Let's check out the left side. Again, I'm really enjoying that there are no enemies so far. Okay, this is like the glowy thing that I've seen on the left from the main room, like central room. Got it. Ersky, okay, alright. Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of stuff. 2. Which chieftain adjunct lease? From which Dr. Adana? Which doctor? I love this. There appears to be an issue with the lab storage doors in southern operation rooms. The switches seem to open the door across instead of the door the next to. Is this some sort of farce? And I assure that neither me nor Kasena's melting face find it funny. I need a fixer to come sort this out quickly. Okay, so this is a hint. Adjunct means next to, so like that is the number 2, which boy, we're okay. So we got and this one okay, this alright, actually it's readable. An elegantly ornated ledger lies open on the desk. Walk clinic logbook. Oh, wait a second. This is also a clinic. Rotation 5 of now, day 2 of 4. Bear Captain Dura finger reattachment surgery. Finger reattachment. Right, that. Cactus and Minotaur Pyromancer. Horn regrows. Which Kazona aesthetic treatment. Wow, the pricing is so weird. It feels like aesthetic treatment is like this. It's so costly compared to like finger reattachment. I'm not sure about the pricing in this one, in this world. Alright, so this is also like a clinic. I'm getting it's interesting. So these witches are more of a like a scientist, right? It looks like scientists, doctors, sort of faction in this world, which is a kind of unique take. I feel like. Okay, so there was a hint. There was a hint about switch. Yeah, the switch opened the door across. So I assume maybe this one opens something else. This one cross Earthkey. Oh, very suspicious trail of blood. A bunch of trail of bloods. Actually, there's a lot of blood in this. Okay. Oh, one thing that is kind of, I guess, noticeable, that there are no corpses, right? We haven't encountered any corpses so far. So like, oh boy, I don't remember the story. Like, did cultists get to that area, to this area of the walk? I think they did, right? Okay, we have this one also requires Earth key. Oh my god, it feels so good. It feels so good when I can look at the door and I can immediately understand if this door is interactable or not. Like, feels so good. Mwah. By the way, you will explore the outside area before coming. Really? Oh, come on. Why would you... Let me just explore this. This looks important. Okay, so... It's interesting then. If this is like a more of a late sort of part of the level, but it's like it's a closest thing, right? As I exit this room, this is like the closest thing to me. And it's like the lighting is interesting. It's very unique. It's like a purple light. So it kind of captured my attention immediately. And it's also close. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to check out this one first. I feel like it's a very intuitive thing to do. I mean, all right, let's go on the left. I heard that light is very good at, at attracting players' attention and guiding them. Okay, that looks like... Yeah... Wait, what? This is the end of the... Alright, so this is the end. Personally, I will always explore everything I can without opening a door before... I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense, but... Okay, so this is our, like, a final goal. Alright, let's check out the underwater. There's definitely something hidden. I think? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, a class is secret. Got it. And if I go... Any secrets? Or I think like this game's waterfalls. They just, all of them, like they don't contain any secrets behind them. How can you do this? Okay, so we have only one option to go. All right. Okay, this one looks like it's collapsed. This one, what? Oh my God. Those mushrooms, they actually scared me. This one's... Wow, okay. Alright, I'm kind of confused now. Yeah, it was just that you were meant to know that the crystal key is your ultimate goal. Yeah, that's... Well, I guess that's good that we kind of get established our like long-term sort of objective. So I actually know what I need to find in the end. Yeah, this is kind of curious. Can I interact with this? No, I can't. The right path is just a dead end. Wait, so did I have to like find something in the outside area before getting to like which area? Like this clinic, whatever it is? Because I don't really feel like there's not much to explore outside actually. Yeah, this... Okay, I kind of praise this level for its darkness, but right, I'm slowly getting annoyed at this because it's kind of, you know, it's just hard to see the environment. uh, yeah, I feel like this is like the only meaningful way to progress through the clinic. Is it a crack? Oh no, it's just it's the lighting. Okay, I mean, let's continue the clinic exploration, I guess. So we're in that room. I see this is something important by the particles. I don't know what it is, so oh, so that's what that switch, that hint, on note rather, was about. Oh, okay. Is this like a? It's like a. A what? Okay, that was a creepy sound. All right, so I assume this. I need to run as fast as I can to the door. I'm running. I'm running. God, I'm so good at this. Okay, some kind of chemistry lab or something? Jar of corrosive acid. I guess that's useful. Boy, I'm really enjoying the ambient in this one. So this one opens this one, okay. Huh, interesting, is it? I wonder if it's like a tutorial for this, for this kind of like a mechanic of this level, I guess. And if it's like, if we're going to see more of these puzzles, but in like a more complex, more challenging sort of form. It's kind of nice. I'm kind of enjoying this sort of this little exploration challenge, sort of, you can call it. It's not like you're. It kind of adds something, you know, pacing-wise, maybe, that it's not just me roaming around searching for notes, for like quest items. It's like it's actually a new activity, right, that I have to do. I have to run on time. That's not something that game asked me to do before, I think. So yeah, this is I'm actually enjoying this. Hopefully we'll see more of this broken switches. Okay, I have this let's see, what's... Oh, I like this primitive skull symbol. A large jar labeled with a menacing skull. I don't know about menacing, it's kind of cute. Even the dark iron case seems to be slightly corroded by this at the side. Okay, I'm not sure why I picked it up, but alright. Oh, it's like a surgery room or something. It's like a bed for a patient. Okay. Okay, I got that jar, but ultimately it didn't really help. Because I'm not sure what I can use it on. Can I use it on those bars? Is it like the idea? Yeah, I don't know about this one. I'm not sure. It's just... I'm not sure how intuitive it is, like for like an average player. I don't know how anyone is expected to know that's what you meant. Yes, that's like, I'm just it kind of came to my mind, but it was a random thought. I wasn't really sure what I can do with this thing. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. At least they could give like a hint that is like it's very good at dealing with metal or something. Yeah, I feel like a decent amount of players would just wouldn't make the connection between these two things. Nah. Oh, I can't even interact with this anymore. Okay. I like that the way the sprite looks. It kind of feels like it's still full. it's just that I didn't use it at all. Okay. A small room with lots of doors in it. Council room. Chieftain adjunct office. Oh, let's explore this one. Okay, that's a nice office. We got an earth key. Oh, that's what I needed. Yep. Oh my. Oof. Oof, that's probably the biggest text we've seen so far. It's like it takes half of a screen, and even more than half of a screen. Okay, let's do this. I'm actually interested because this is a traitor, right? The diary appears to belong to the witch chieftain adjunct lease. Many of the final pages seem to have been torn away. Day 188. No. That wretch Zura has denied my project. Dangerous? I would have expected anyone but her to say such an ineptitude. She was the one supposed to bring my ideas to the council. No, I will see the Lancers myself tomorrow. They will see beyond the veil, yes. They're much smarter than Zura. They do not fear the future. Okay, so this witch is, she's kind of like falls into, crazy sort of, crazy evil scientist archetype. Day 189. I cannot believe the feeling. 2 weeks, and they set off to their doom. They would rather throw themselves at death than take my plan into consideration. For the first time, I saw it in their eyes. Yes, fear. They fear all my ideas. they fear the creation of the perfect warrior. A warrior that would truly overthrow these weaklings. Zura knows it too. Oh, I understand now. That snake wants to steal my work and take walk over. Calling an orc a snake is it's kind of funny. I don't know. All right, a perfect warrior. Is it us? Is it like? I feel like it's pointing at us, right? And I remember in the 6th level that this black dark ghost figure mentioned that we had like a special blood or something. Day 190. Oh, the swine. She asked the council to remain in walk during the campaign. Further her weapon research. What a worthless lie. I can already feel her coming for my work. The voice, the sweet cure, had passed out while working in the midst of the dark fumes. Her words were soothing, an elf, a beautiful pale elf. I saw that had been all eradicated by the demons. Yes, she hated the demons with such passion and had been watching me for so long. The next few pages appeared to have been violently torn away. Demon blood. Oh yeah. I guess that's what she was talking about. I don't really remember that well. Okay, so the elf, she hated the demons. So it's not that elf that we were fighting, right? That was like leading the demons. Day 196. It's been almost a week, and Zura still hasn't approached me. I have no time for nonsense. Oh no, it's Nisrael. It's Nisrael will help me fulfill my research. Yes, she still talks to me in my dreams. words so old and true, and only I can help her crush the demons. All while my ignorant sisters litter the battlefield. Yes, Nisriel is right. Today it all begins. Day 197. They're beautiful. And Dura still hasn't noticed the missing goblins. Now she was not there to see my dear crawlers rise from the worthless flesh. Dear crawlers. Yes, I can already see them swarm the hell itself. Just like in the dreams. Crawlers? Wait a second. I thought crawler. Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember correctly. Those are the worms. To see my dear to rise from. Okay, this is kind of confusing. Shows she is the one who created the swarms? I can already see them swarm the hell itself. And also, I guess it's the perfect warrior is not us. It looks like. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Interesting in the sense that it creates like a bunch of questions in my head. Alright, so huh. Okay. The console room. Wait, what? Wait a second. Why the console room is? It's like in front of this rich office. Like console is it's like the collection of all the leaders of the casts of different casts, right? It's like the main sort of authority, if I remember correctly. But this is a wait a second. This is a just like a witch research facility. I'm confused. Why is council room is here? Anything to read for me? There is a secret in here. Okay. A lengthy briefing details the first phase of our division campaign. Oh my, wow, it's so weird. I'm kind of, yeah, I don't know. This placement feels like this room is just, I don't know, maybe we choose like a very, like the double depth secret. Okay, I hope it's worth it. Alright, so like, I guess maybe the idea that the witches are like the biggest, like the most influential cast or something. That they basically have like a console room in their area. Yeah, I guess they're playing more Warhammer. Oh, it looks like a dwarf castle. Okay, the briefing. Assault on Outpost 3. Once our covert squads are in position and the crystallite signals is given, the bulk of the force will commence the assault. Using our newly researched toxic gas, the forward units will attack the palisades while the division advances and hinder the defenders. It is a known risk that the gas might spread within the outpost, but since the inhabitants have been confirmed to be possessed, civilian casualties are more than acceptable. The assault is expected to be over in a few hours, with no losses on our side. We do not expect the humans to be in shape to defend themselves, let alone suspect our sudden strike. However, it is likely that the demons will become aware of our intentions as soon as we run their first batch of slaves through to the blade. And therefore, the Lancer Council has instructed us to preserve as many resources as possible to avoid future logistic strains. One thing it's kind of interesting for me that the human race is like presented in a very specific way, right? Basically the only humans we've seen are cultists, and I don't know if they're like the slaves or they voluntarily like worship demons or something. And like other humans that we've seen mentions of, they were also kind of weird. So like they're like, so the humans are either enemies or they just mentioned in notes in like a very specific kind of ambiguous way. So it's not clear if they're like good guys or not good guys. I kind of like it. Actually. Wait, what's this? Okay, this is a shortcut. Got it. Yeah, one thing that is very like sort of confusing to me, that the console room for some reason it's in here. It's like it's on the right near this wish office. So it's I don't know about this one. This one is broken. Bunch of mugs of beer that I can drink. Okay, what's this? It's like a kitchen or something? Looks like a kitchen. Okay. Wow, that is a sound. Boy, this is so confusing. Like, what is this place? There is like a section where it's like some medical section, and there is this witch house, there's like a witch office, and there's a console room and a kitchen. Like, I don't understand this area at all. Okay, alright, someone got killed here. Crystal key. Okay, we need crystal key to exit the level. So I guess we're just in the most important place in the walk. All right. What? Oh yes, a secret. Actually, let me. I just remembered about the secret. So some shelves that I can interact with. Anything behind? Nope. Oh, yep. Amulet of Shadows. Boy, this is a cool room. I like those piles of like diamonds and other gems or something. And a nice art of I guess this is a witch. That's how she looks. So this is like this the traitor basically. Can I read those? Oh, this is weird. It's like it feels like I should be able to read these, but I guess they're just here. Oh, it's not the witch. Okay, all right. Just some erotic picture of some character. All right. Yeah, this room is also weird. like if we're talking about fiction of this secret vault, who is using this? Like, who put this? Who organized a secret vault in the console room? Like, if it's an orc, some kind of maybe like a member of this of this council. Does the council includes like goblins? So maybe it's like a goblin built this. I don't know. This one is kind of weird. Anyway, so there's not. It's just a dead end, huh? Really? Huh. So this is not the way to go. This one is broken. This one is just a shortcut, it looks like. Walk laboratories. Okay, so this is like a laboratory section. Again, it's kind of interesting how there's blood, but we don't encounter any bodies at all. No corpses. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to lose my direction here. My sense of direction. Why did I go here? So I got the nurse key here. This one is broken. It doesn't give me any hints that I can open it. So I assume I just can't. Oh, okay. Right, yeah, I just forgot about it. Oh, right, yeah, that's... Game saved. Is it a worm? Worm blood? Oh, wow, can I fall into this hole? No, I can't. Yes, this is some kind of door. Okay, speaking of corpses, we got a bunch of bones this time. Huh. And there is a warm blood in it. Okay. Oh, it's more like, I guess it's like a more patient section. This is like where all the patients were located. Looks like Spike Mag. Right, let's see what's beyond this door. Kind of like this placement of slime, and you can see it's kind of like beneath this door. So it's creates this tension, like anticipation tension. A little bit. Oh yeah, of course. It's just it's half open. What's this? Oh, it's like a... Oh, look at... Oh, I'm scared of my own... my own reflection. A true, real Moncast, yeah. Oh, this bathroom. Scariest bathroom. I like the part of the slime got into this toilet stall. For some reason, it feels like we look sexier now. I don't know why. I don't think we've changed at all, but Yeah, this mirrors, you know, they feel like in this game they feel like because they're so rare, it's like a real full, you know, game reward. like like an Amor or like or anything like this. Just feels so good to encounter those mirrors and look at yourself. Oh, wait, what? It's hmm? Oh, this is kind of weird that yeah, why would you do this? Why would you make that the mirror to capture this switch to the axe, but not any other weapon? All right. Okay, let's not. It's a good mirror either way. Let's use my googles. What? Oh, it's a mag. Whatever. What is this? What is this room? Is this where I need to go? I guess. Like I need to get to the side. Uh, I'll be honest. Those sections that are covered like completely in slime. I guess work texture memory. Well, yeah, I guess like probably the reason is some kind of technical optimization, or whatever. But it's just yeah, it's kind of weird that there's like only it captures only one specific change. So yeah, it's I'll be honest, it's even with Google's on, it's hard to see what's I guess my only option is to jump down. Oh, it even has like a it's like it has a blood effect. That's nice. Okay, we have a lever. A watered down bit of parchment is clinging to the moist stone. To chieftain adjunct lease. None of the fixers have shown up for work today. I don't recall being informed about their leave. The rest of the text is okay. Okay, so this is like a sewer level, right? It looks like we're getting into some sewer level section. What? Oh, okay, the water level is rising. Oh, this is nice. Nice effect. I wonder how hard it is to do this. Just like a water flowing in a GZ Doom. Okay, so I think we can do something now. Oh god, I can see shit. Imagine if you run out of your Google resource. That would be a pain in the ass, that's for sure. God, I just... Oh, it's like a person? What? Kinda hot, but, you know, whatever. Oh, those are people! Okay, now I can see the... Can I climb? No? I can't? Ah. Yeah, this is... Let's go back to this room. Maybe I'm missing something. Can't interact with this anymore. Can interact with this. Oh, what? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Now we can get to the upper level. Okay, that is a nice puddle. Actually. Yeah, what is... Okay, another roll of text. A few entries from Lee's diary lie scattered on the dirty mattress. Day 202. I can hear them marching from here. Cluck, cluck, cluck. How dare they disturb my quiet sewer? Oh, the living walk. The mighty Iron Division and their dim-witted allies headed for the meat grinder. This means that I can finally fulfill the next part of Nisro's plan. The next sentences have been fresh. Wait, what? This witch was living in sewers for some reason? What? I missed this part when she moved? Oh, I can finally spend more and more time on my work now that the clinic barely gets any visitors. I have lost... Okay, so this is a clinic. The council room is located in clinic. Why? Nah. I have lost count of how many sleepless nights I have toiled here in the dark. No dreams, yet I can still hear it. Her words guide me. The crawlers were mere child's play. Now it is time for me to create the perfect warrior. The third entry seems to be almost a month apart. The writing looks significantly shaken, harder to read. Day 231. This is it. Dura knows for sure now. She's noted my absence. Oh, she knows for sure. She knows about those missing fixers. Oh yes. She will have me killed as soon as I finish the project. And she will claim it for herself. Oh, she is a delusional for sure, huh? Maybe it's a witch council on the... I mean, in the council room there was this note about like a battle plan, right? I remember like this like the outpost and how humans like they're possessed and you can kill them, like a strategy plans. Yeah, this it's weird. Okay, she blah 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 blah. But Nisril knows too. Tonight, Zoro will bow to me. Then I shall leave to turn the parapet ward off. Yes, enough dreams. Nisril wants to see me in person, and the crawlers aren't working fast enough for her. Right. Oh man, again, it's kind of sucks that I don't remember what like the current day is. So I could kind of figure out how long ago that this day 231 is. Damn, she was working hard. That's for sure. Anything here? Nope. Okay. God, these tortures are just completely silent. Compared to those like previous extremely loud tortures, I kind of prefer these. What is this? Like a... Oh fuck. Right, it was explosive egg. Okay, we got it. Okay, that's a tutorial, right? Kind of opens this one up. Sure. I don't think Zura is as interested in Lee's work. Yeah, that's true. She's definitely a little bit. Yeah, she's kind of out of her mind. Maybe like it kind of like a hint to that she was like enchanted by this elf, the Nisrael, maybe. Turn off. Oh man, I don't remember the hotkey for googles. What's this? Oh, this gives me such a strong alien vibes now. These eggs, they look similar to those facehugger eggs, right? I wonder if it was like one of the inspirations. I kind of like the sound they make too. Okay, that was kind of scary. Can I go back? Yeah, I can go back. Can't interact with this. Okay, anything interesting here? Yeah, I don't see anything. Let's go back. Nothing here too? You can't break this, right? Wait a second. This is a dead end. I don't see any cracks on the windows, on the glass. Any cracks here? Oh! Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all. I remember I was, like, it's not the first time I was kind of, like, annoyed with the fact that you just... The glass is just too transparent. Just tune it a little bit. I just think it's hard to make them less transparent. Whatever. Okay, now I understand the reason this egg is located in this place. I assume you're gonna get some combat arenas that feature those legs laying around. That's my hope, at least. Another vent. You know, this game kind of reminds me of Half-Life in this regard. How it's kind of funny, right? That the vents are sort of a meme, right, in Half-Life, and I'm kind of getting the same sort of feeling in this game, that I am this powerful half orc, half demon, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm going through this vents like so many times. It's like a constant way for me to go around. It's just a true vent crawler that I can compete with the Tiati, you know. Speaking of Tiati, of this goblin girl, I hope she's alright. Okay, that was a very short vent. It's like one of those, you know, how do you call them? Like a chicken? No, not chicken. Kitchen elevators that you put your dishes and other stuff, and you like send it on the upper floor. Is it like what this one is about? Even so, this elevator is just dumb waiter. Wait, is it that it's like a term for this elevator thingy? Is it a real term? Even like in this case, it feels kind of awkward. Really? This is what it's called? Holy shit! That's kind of cool. That's a cool name. Super old-fashioned term. Okay, got it. Yeah, I would never guess. Yeah, this dumb waiter feels a little bit too dumb for my taste. It's just, I'm not sure if it makes sense to put it like on this Hedon. Dumb technically means unable to speak. Oh, okay, okay, got it. What was that? Holy shit! It was like a horror scene, you know. Unfortunately, I didn't really catch what the creature was, what kind of monster it was, but yeah, I was so far my kind of expectations about overall horror vibes in this level, they're definitely getting fulfilled, or met rather. Ah, so this door is actually a shortcut. Okay, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense. Again, I have to state this. It's just it feels so good when when I can understand like from the first glance which door just works. Ah. Okay, some kind of lab, I guess. Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh, you sneaky egg. Okay, another one. Why would you put it here? So it's oh, whatever. Okay, there is a note. Universal, please don't be quest. Don't make me fucking quest. Universal Alchemist Mixer Guide. You skim through the book for your source, but it also looks like this. Potion of Greater Healing. Oh, okay. It's like I can craft a bunch of stuff here, a bunch of resources. I can heal. I can make a potion of Greater Heal. So that's one that is very important to me. I don't know what. You failed to breathe. Like, two healing vials. Yep. Okay, so alright. I have this crafting room, right? And we also seen a bunch of like healing items before. And my assumption is that all those areas that we kind of traversed earlier, they all will be repopulated with enemies later. So it's, I guess, like a hint to us that we don't get too relaxed. Something. Okay, alright. So this is... We get to see our first enemies. Hello, Iron Maiden. Ah, rats in cages. Can I break them? No, I'm not accepting this. You know what? Okay, I feel like this is a bad placement of rats. Because I can't help but think about rats, you know? Like, my focus, my attention is completely shifted from this very ominous encounter. All I can think of is how can I release the rats? Can I even release the rats? For some reason, that axe here made me think that I can throw it at Cage and break it, but I guess no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. Like, I don't think I can release you. That's very cruel. Oh, the cameras. Okay. Again, another one of those, I assume, just useless cameras. They're here. Alright. Okay. What this one is about? Are they gonna break the glass? Oh, wait a second. It's like a... There's... Cerberus wines. Oh, there's a key. Wait a second. It's like a... It's like one of those, I don't know, what do you call them? Like areas where you contain like unstable, like mentally ill, like patients or something. Why are the cultists are here? Or like this is like an experiment sort of section. So they like captured all the cultists and conduct experiments on them. Yeah, this is. Oh boy, those people, they are. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to. Actually, those cells, they're really weird. There are no doors. How do you put them? Like what? There are no doors like on the other walls, right? So it's like a completely isolated cells. How do you put people in them? Yeah, this Iron Maiden, she definitely did not enjoy company with these cultists. She probably killed them. And I love this. The cultist is kind of like in the corner, being scared of her. Okay, I like the story of this one. Yeah, I mean, she has a giant fucking shield. She can do stuff with this one. You know what? These cells, they make me feel bad for these cultists. It's like, wow, I did not expect that I would ever feel better about these guys in this game. Because you can like, you have one toilet and everyone can see when you go to, to pee or something. And I don't even sure how you get inside, probably through some teleportation. Tough times. I don't know, maybe Orc, this Orc nation, it's not that good. Maybe it's not that, I don't know, maybe demons are actually not that bad. Maybe there was a reason for demonic invasion in the first place. How do I get into this cell? Do I break it? I don't think I can break it. This is actually interesting. Do I need to bring food? do I need to feed the servers? Oh, this is the Iron Maiden, right? Yeah. Wait, this is a goblin? Oh, okay, so this is where... Okay, I'm getting it. I think I'm kind of getting a picture. So this is like this is area that this insane witch was basically using for her experiments, I assume. Yeah, poor lads got frozen. Oh boy, I really like this one. Really like this area so far. All right, this is, yeah, hunk of flesh for the doggo. Got it. This looks like a torn page from a recipe book. A new layer of shaky text covers this diagram. Potion of might. Okay, there's some crafting thingy. Lease right overlooks the stressed. You notice many unequal heights and widths between letters. Day 239. All my sisters are dead now. Nisrael's powers are truly inspiring. She took a walk over in a mere few hours. And look what she's gifted me. My own stock of human slaves. Okay, so this is not the orc. It wasn't orc, orcs capturing those cultists. It was a switch in particular. Just what I needed to make the final adjustments. All right. I know it's kind of interesting how this is. I mean, you can say it's a very like a generic take on this experiment lab, right? sort of area. But I think what I kind of like about it is that all the captives here, they're like actual enemies that we encountered before, right? They're just not some like random models of like some random characters that we haven't encountered before. So it's kind of, I feel like it's more effective, sort of, in this way. Okay, it's time to feed you. What? What? What just happened? The dog is my friend? No, really? Oh. Well, wait, so... I'm kind of curious. It feels like all of these enemies are going to get released then? Okay, this is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I got the key. Wait a second, what key? It's an axe key. I don't remember encountering an axe locked door. Did I just... Oh, maybe I just missed it somehow? Yeah, this one is just locked. Huh. Man, I really like this noises of something like breaking violently somewhere like in the distance. Kind of I think it helps to create this sort of illusion of that there's a bigger place outside of what you see, you know. There's somewhere, some rooms that some terrible things are happening right now. You're never gonna reach them, but I feel like it's like a nice but simple like a method to create this sort of illusion, like an effect. Okay, where was the locked? Wait, what? Why did I drink it? I was... Okay, doesn't matter. Axe key. This is a crystal key. Oh, okay, I'm just... What? What happened? Did I miss something? Oh, you mean the fact that I drink the potion? Yeah, it was weird. I'm not sure if this is how it like behaved before. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it felt like a bug to me. Okay, this is a door. Oh, wow. I can get it. Alright. Or maybe we're going to see how the all those quotas break out on the camera or something. Let me see. Any levers to press? What happened? What did I do? Come on, game. Why? I didn't even see like any change on cameras. Did change something here? Maybe? It opened all the doors. You mean so it's open here, I guess? Oh man, I didn't... Okay, let's... Oh, okay. I can see some more experiments. Oh, I like this effect. So those are like orcs getting in a slime, basically. So I assume this perfect warrior that we are going to... Oh, this one got frozen. Although the perfect warrior that the Switch was talking about, it's probably like will be slime infused or something like this. Oh, there's a note. Okay, let me. Oh boy. An ominous, dark sludge stains the side of the diary page. The smudgy text looks as if it were written with it. Day 240. It breaks my heart to see them go. Nisa had her henchmen sheep samples of my corruption along with my first generation of the successful experiment. My beautiful golems, humans, orcs, all the same, perfected. Yes, I've made them all perfect, all beautiful. And right now they're on their way to put an end to the scum of hell. And after my foolish sisters retreat from the demons, I shall embrace them. They will be perfect too. Okay. Day 241. It cannot be. My children. Stupid, stupid, stupid. She jumped from a ledge to her death. This is how they reward me for dulling their sense of pain. Carelessness. Does it believe they can fly now, stupid? Day 242. They're angry now. No matter how hard I try, they fail to respect their mother. Traces of their precursor self. Or how they struggle, silly dolls. You have long transcended individuality. You are part of the web now. Okay. This note, it kind of reminds me of this meme with this like a shot from anime. I don't know which anime it is. There's this like a pilot or something, and it's like the first shot. They're like, "I'm a genius! Like I'm so great!" And then like the second shot, they're like, "Oh no! Oh, actually, I just fucked up." It's like I feel like an embodiment of this meme. Okay, alright, so everything went to shit, as expected. I'm kind of wondering if these captives, you know, those victims of experiments, they're sexy looking, right? I wonder if it was intentional that it's that they're supposed to sort of evoke like mixed emotions from player, that on one hand you're supposed to like feel bad for them, but at the same time they make you feel kind of horny. I don't know, I'm not sure. The signals I'm getting from their design is they're conflicted. Oh, that's a shortcut. Okay. I'm not the only one. They kind of they look very erotic, right? I'm not just weird, right? I'm not. Okay, let's progress. Okay, everything is corrupted. Got it. I don't remember this room. Oh boy, these areas I kind of like their aesthetics, but boy, it's hard to orient and see anything. It's a little bit annoying. So wait a second, what? It's just, is there anything in here? This one is locked. This one is yeah, it's like it's a light source. I feel like I just missed something maybe. Also, there are no eggs anymore that can explode. That's interesting. They just kind of appeared and disappeared. Okay. I guess this is just a... I can just go this way and that's it. Kinda enter this room from the other side. Oh, it looks like a new weapon? That looks like a new weapon. Some kind of staff. Okay, now this makes me excited. How do I get it? Oh, it actually hurts. It actually hurts. A blood-soiled diary page rests on the floor. The raw red letters look freshly written. Day 244. Ooh, 44. Okay. What a delightful guest have I had visiting today. The demon blood in person. Wait, demon blood? Is it me? What? Oh, I must prepare her proper welcome. No, she's so close and my hair is such a greasy mess. Where would that come? Oh, yeah. So I guess this was written recently, right? I don't know. She's kind of she's getting like a Joker vibes at this point to me. Okay. I'm really curious how do I get. What is this? Oh, it's a grape symbol. It says it's free to written, right? Oh, okay, yeah. That's true. That's correct. Oh, interesting. So, I don't see any like buttons or anything like this. I guess this is let's time to meet the switch. The candles. We're getting into very intimate atmosphere. Puff! Oh my god. Yeah, of course. I kind of like her design. She looks kind of cool. Oh no! Oh wait. Excuse me. I have no weapons. Okay. Do I have to do something? Do I? Oh. Why do I have this book of Earth? Not yet. What? Okay, it was. Oh yeah, you. I remember you. She has dumped my strengths. Someone is about to redeem herself. Is it Tayati? Is it our goblin girl? Oh, it's her! God, I'm so happy to see her. Please, can you? I'm kind of running out of oxygen. Oh boy. Okay, now I feel like this is the second part of the level begins, where we're going to fight all the enemies on our way. I'm kind of liking it. Also, why? Okay, one thing it's kind of weird that I have all the weapons now. Yeah, that feels a little bit weird, but whatever. Oh, she's still alive. Also, she also looks like this witch. That's weird. Okay, let's get the crystal key. Tremors. Oh, that's Dura? Oh, okay. Yeah, they look like, are they twins or something? They basically look the same. Can you get the key, please? Okay, thank you. Alright, so well, we are done with this one, I guess. Let's meet with Tiati. What? What is this? What is this? What the fuck? I didn't see you. What? What? It's like those oh my god, this is so... It's like those people in this slime. Oh yeah, I guess I have those. Boy, this is... It's hard to see them. I'm not sure if Google's will help. Oh, actually, yeah, they will help. What the fuck? Look at the acrobatics. What the? You're rolling like you're in Elden Ring or something. I have 65 health. Oh the shit, that's yeah, I need to. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is... This is like a... I wonder if it's like an optional weapon you can get, because... I imagine that some players, like at this point, would just... can just forget about this one. I could find one of this in the snow. Oh, like a part of a secret? Okay, like, this is a weird introduction, because I think I can skip it, right? I think I can just skip this weapon. Yeah, it's just... Stop doing this. Yeah, there was a hint that the Lancer dropped her lance. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I remember, actually. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Oh! Yeah, because I can actually, like, I can go through this way, right? I can go through this way and just completely skip the Lancer section. Like the room with this weapon. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Right click is BFG? Holy shit, okay. What is happening? Oh! Oh! Yeah, you can block those. I can see that. And it looks like the cultists are fighting with those like slime enemies. Okay, so all of this slime... Oh yes, the dog. It's a... This is cool. This is like a really nice encounter. And it's run away. Why is it there? Why did it run away? That is a nice scene. Oh, I didn't reflect this one. What? Wait a second. Did I open it? What? Was it open before? Oh. Why am I crouching? I don't understand why I'm trying to crouch during combat. I don't remember this. Oh, it's a shortcut. Okay. I still can't release the rats. Cat gem. I mean the soundtrack is great. I'm digging this one. Well, that was pathetic throw, but alright. Oh, okay, actually, that's a good idea. It's really, this is just so unintuitive. Whatever. Either way, I'm releasing you, okay? Both of you. Get this one. Well, it's okay. It was my mistake. Let's get another one. Ammo? Okay, actually, I can. It looks like I can skip this whole section, right? Through that. What do you call, freezer? Let me grab some potion of healing. What? Excuse me? Okay, so the order is important. Got it. You can open this now. By the way, when you pick up armor shards, it gives you both armor and crylons. Oh, so this is what it is. That's the name of the weapon. Okay, got it. Yeah, I can. I think it's. What? I think the visuals of the weapon and like the icons of the crystals, it's kind of it's pretty clear that I use shard for this, which is nice, I guess. Oh, this one is. Boy, it's... Man, they're so fast and they're like so jumpy. Which is, I guess, kind of makes sense for like a late game enemy. They're quite challenging. Time for bolts. Oh my god, that's a free-for-all fight, I see. It looks like the slime girls, they're winning this one. Slime girls? No, that's not, I think that's the wrong way to characterize them, but Oh, health potion, nice. Okay, any... No! Ah, she spoiled me! She spoiled my surprise ambush. Where are you? Ah. Oh, what? She leaves those eggs? Okay, this is kind of cool. Okay, so this is... I could go through this way. I could go through this... Yep. Yeah, I see now. Anything of use here? Nope. Okay, so this is not the witch, right? So I'm kind of confused with this character's one. Maybe it's just some random or concept art or something. Oh boy, it feels so bad without any shotgun ammo. Damn, I really need Googles to fight them. Which is... I'm not sure how to feel about it. Considering that the Googles are like they're... If you run out of them, it turns into it becomes a nuisance, right? To figure out where they are. COVID. Yeah, the cat jam continues. I should use... Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that I have all the stuff on me, all the spells. Okay, let's try to use them in the next encounter. What is this? Return in okay, it's a stealth thing. Wait a second. That was the last encounter. This is the end of the level. Alright. Okay. I think this is my favorite level so far. That was really good. That was... like the first part, which is like with a strong horror vibes as you like keep exploring. There's a witch facility, like clinic / laboratory facility. That was nice. That was really nice. And then the switch to, as we get the crystal key and this reveal, this nice reveal encounter with this witch and the Teyati saving us. Then how it progresses into this like a second part where all those previously visited areas are repopulated with enemies. It's like a really nice reuse of those sections of those spaces that we already got familiar with, right? So it's like a nice reintroduction of those sections. Like this feels like a very a level built with a modern sort of contemporary level design approach. I like the structure of a level where you play it both directions, once without monsters and once without and with, yeah. Because you know the layout when you have to fight, so you can actually make... Yeah, that's true. That's, again, it's just... And it hits. I feel like it hits like emotionally too very well. This part, especially like as you get captured by the witch and then suddenly we get saved, and the moment we're saved, all the weapons return to us, and the music hits. It's I think they did it very well. Yeah, that was a very good level. I enjoyed it a lot. And the music stops. Yeah. Oh boy, that is good. Okay, let's so we're getting into the final. 97 kills? Oh man, I missed some enemies this time. That's unfortunate. The Crystal Heart. Okay, we're entering the Crystal Heart. Then sundered her way out of the clinic. The horrible experiments Liz had given life to only enraged her further. If it hadn't been for Teyati, she would have become an abomination herself by now. At the large crystal gate opened, it wasn't that large, but whatever. She wondered about Chieftain Dura, who seemed to be still alive inside Liz's experiment tank. She was most likely poisoned now, perhaps it was better to leave her. Okay, so that was Dura in that is a tank near us. But now the warrior had reached the Lancer Temple, and all her thoughts would soon shift towards the final battle that seemed to draw even closer. She's finally here. The Crystal Heart awaits ahead. Okay, so this is the final map. Looks like. Wow, this is very, very peacefully looking scene. I did not expect it actually. Okay, let's save. All right, so I'm curious. How long's this level? I feel like kind of pumped after playing the previous map. And it's not 2 hour long yet. I mean, it's like 15. It's 1 hour and 45 minutes. If it's kind of want to continue. It's probably the longest map. But it's 2 acts. Wait, it's like it's divided into 2 levels. You mean? You could play Act 1 maybe. Okay, let's do this. Let's play Act 1. Because I'm feeling it, you know. I'm after that the music worked, I think. the track in the last level it definitely worked on me. I'm ready to go. Now there's a big door you could unlock in the middle of the level. There is no reason to go back to the first level. Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay, all right. Let me go to the bathroom like for a few minutes before we proceed. And please, game, give me control of my cursor, please. Hedon, give me, please cooperate. Yeah. Okay, let me. Whatever. I'll just live here. I'll be in a sec. I'll be back in a sec. Oh, okay, I'm back. Okay. I need to add like a message that I'll be right back or something, like all proper VTubers and streamers do. Ah. Okay, so actually, as I was in my bathroom, I was thinking that I guess this whole I was kind of not sure about this like a traitor storyline, but I think in the end, actually played out very nicely. I enjoyed this whole Rich Lee's kind of story arc, the way it's played out in the end. So I think it works. At least the way, like the final part of it in the previous level. And also, I feel like there are hints about her, because I remember there were like notes, I think, in some early maps about that mention her. Like I kind of remembering some notes about the Switch early on. So maybe you can actually sort of, maybe at least when you replay the game, you can sort of see all those notes and realize that, that's all. This game was hinting at her before, like the big reveal, sort of. Also, another thing that actually, no, that's the wrong save. Stick to this. Another thing that I kind of like about how this game approaches voice lines, because it looks like all the only thing that I voiced, they're like all the I don't know how you call them, like laughs, like moans or something, right? The way the Switch was voiced, that the way that dwarf that we encountered earlier, that it was like only his laughter that was actually voiced. There was a voice for it. So I feel like it's actually very nice and very like sort of economic way to convey the character, like their personality. When you have like a very, very tight budget or something, but you still want to do this, right? You still want to voice them, give them some voice, some at least. So, so I think it kind of works. All right. Okay, this is interesting. There is no road. It's all grass. It's just kind of weird, right? Because this gate supposedly leads us to this whole like arguably one of the most important things in this city, like this crystal heart, and it's a gate that leads to nowhere. They didn't even build the road. Okay, just like a natural cave formation. Oh, now there's a road. Okay, so this is where you get if you skipped this Lancer, this is where you get it, like for sure. Okay, so is this like another witch, or is it like this God, I forgot the chieftain Dura, I think. Is it her? That's a Lancer. I'm not sure what character it is. But I mean, she did a good job. She killed lots of cultists. Oh, okay. So she's a. She looks like a witch, but I guess it is a Lancer. All right. Oh yeah, I see. This is another one. So this is how Lancer look. Okay, now that's a proper entrance. Oh, look at this temple. Is this a crystal heart? What? Air figurine? A finely crafted ritual statuette depicting air. Okay, so I guess we need to find like different statues that represent different elements or something. Boy, this music is... It's definitely hyping, sort of kind of building the hype before the final battle. Oh, I can see. It's like all of this. like statues that represent different castes. I think? Maybe not actually. Another Amulet of Shadows. Okay, can I interact with this? An empty socket. Okay, let's go on the left first. So interestingly, it looks like no one got inside. But this music. Can I get through this? Oh, what is? I'm not sure what this thing is. Oh, it's like a. There's like an item, I think. Yeah, it's like. It looks like it's something that I need to get later. A set of green glyphs is etched into the sides of the empty pedestal. So I need to find something for this one. Okay, nothing on the left so far. Oh, nope. Actually, someone got inside. Oh, so this is a door that I need to open, right? You could give me some hint at least. Like, come on. I mean, it's kind of obvious, I guess you can say this is where we need to get to, but... There's so many of this god race. Oh! I can hear worms, I think? Oh, what? An aquaglyph. Okay, I need to save. Why am I saving? Whatever. Oh, alright, so I can't go into this direction yet. Okay, anything here? Oh, okay, so what? Yeah. I can go, I can just enter this area now. Oh, that's a thing that I need to get. Okay. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of enemies that I did not expect. Oh, they don't die from one bolt. Oh, this one is stuck. Air statue clear the focus. Yeah, so it looks like I need to get all of this like statues of different elements to get into those like areas. So this is an earth, okay. I guess like each of these rooms they sort of represent again this like a domains of different casts. Like this is Earth Mother's domain or something. Oh boy, that looks like what is this? Do I get like And if I try to go inside, it's just the fire won't yield. Okay. Oh wait a second. No, there is a dwarf. What? What's the point of this lava pool? Actually, oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot that green crystals are a thing. Bunch of health files too. Okay, anything up here? Doesn't look like it. If I get inside anything... okay. That was meaningless. Okay, so maybe I will get... Maybe I'll get back to it later. And so far we got like an earth figure. And I have no idea where to use it. I need an aqua here, right? Okay, so I probably missed it on the other side. What? What happened? Okay. Yeah, that was a... Why the game starts kind of freezing? It's a little bit concerning. Can I go through this? Oh yeah, I can. That's good. Can I break it? Nope. Yeah, that was a nice encounter. Really nice. All those beautiful, like a stained glass, disguised basically as a monster closet. Very expensively looking, like very nicely looking monster closet. Okay. Any new enemies here? Doesn't look like it. Any worms? Nope. I think I didn't go this way, right? What? Oh! Oh, what? There's like... Okay. Let's use this. That was completely... Yeah. I think I cleared this area. Oh boy, look at this! It's like a water on this. Oh my god, that looks good. I love this area a lot. Kinda reminds me of this. There is like a... I think it's like a Japanese sewer. It's like a giant open, like underground area, and you have also like a big, enormous pillars that are like spread around. That bowl is best in small rooms where the things have less possibles around. Yeah, I definitely need to get used to this weapon a little bit more. Okay, so... Yep, just like in Minecraft. Oh my god. Okay, I need to go... I think I need to go this way, right? Oh, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of enjoying this traversal. Now in some snow. I get some epic JRPG vibes from this music. Yeah, it's very definitely kind of feels this way. Insert's gone now. And I mean, I guess this kind of music, it kind of matches well this area, this like architecture too. Except it's, again, the awkward looping is back. Which is, at this point, it's very puzzling that they definitely know how to like use sound and music. Why they just don't bother to like loop it nicely? I don't understand. It feels like a choice at this point, you know, like a statement or a sliding road. Well, that was not that as exciting as I... What? Look at this dog! What is... The dog is back! You know what? You deserve some bolts. That was good. It was really good. Yeah, I see a statue or the figurine. Nothing here. A nice, nice floating like light crystals. I think the music is made by 3 different people. I guess it depends on who made which track. I mean, yeah, but I think like I assume that the person who implements the music is like it's like the mapper, right? It's the same level designer, probably. Okay, we got a water figurine, and this is a weirdly placed ice wall, but okay. I'm kinda enjoying this reuse of every environment we've seen so far. Like it's we need to put everything. We need to make it's as diverse as possible. Which is I approve. Oh, so this is the reason for this weird pool. Okay, that makes sense. That was a nice. That was a nice, like, a part of a map. I enjoyed it. Well, I mean, this ascension through the water, at least. At this point, I'm kind of curious where Tiati is. Did she just, like, escape? I kind of hoped we would join forces together. This encounter, it feels like this encounter was made for the, you know, for the crossbow. It's like the way all those cultists were like tightly grouped together. I feel like it's like the intention of the level design was like, buddy, just use this the crossbow to your satisfaction, you know. It's like a power fantasy encounter, rather than like a real challenge encounter, sort of. Okay, is it where I need to? Oh, I see, I see. This is the Earth figurine that we used. Oh, that platforming. Again, we need to go through some awkwardly. Save? I mean, I saved before, right? Right. Now this reminds me of this crystal cage. Is it? I think it's crystal cage in the Dark Souls when you also have to like navigate this kind of Oh wait a second, there is another road. Huh. When you have to navigate this area with like invisible roads. What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no! 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 Oh no! 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 Oh no! No! Oh no! 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 Oh my god! I feel like so vulnerable right now. No! Stay away! No! No! Oh my god! Oh no! How do I dodge this one? Okay, let's just leave. Ah! No! 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 Oh. Okay, I panicked. I just panicked. I guess you can say that it's kind of predictable that they're going to spawn. What? What is? What is happening? I feel like. Did I saved on in the air? I feel like I'm immediately falling. Oh no! Thank God it's not the case. Let's save on this. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I think I should use this. Yeah. Now the goal is to hit them with some precise aiming. What? Where it came from? Yeah, that pain elemental. They just lost. That's just safe at this point. I was about this is just a console. Yeah, I kind of it kind of got scary at certain point. I don't know why, but the reason I panicked at this moment, I thought for some reason that these platforms they started to lowering. You know, I don't know why. It just kind of I hallucinated for some reason. What? What? What's the point of this? Can I climb this? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a shortcut. Do I want to go? Wait, why would you make a shortcut to this area? I mean, okay, I guess I'll take it. I'm back to this beautiful. What's this? Is it like an egg? This that those slime girls leave? Anyway, this is I think the way most people get here. Oh, so actually this is like. It's like a more of an optional way to get into the snow area through this water. Minecraft water. I hear some doggos. No, that's not a doggo. That's much worse than a doggo. Oh my god. Please die. Yeah, thank you. Time for BFG. Yeah, well, yeah, let's not comment on this one. Damn, this is getting some really bloody mess. Okay, I also got like an. Remember to try to. Oh yes, time shirts. Okay, let me. What's this? What is this thing? A magical fragment that steals a pile of air. So, wait a second. This is. I need to use them on the central, kind of like a column. Oh boy, it's it's kind of funny how there is like air figurine, but then there's like air fragment. Like too many elemental items. Okay, I got like an. Oh boy, I'm not sure where I can go now. Yeah, I think I go this way. I got like an aqua. Did I get an aqua figurine? No, this is not the way. Yeah, like again, the symmetrical structure doesn't really help you to navigate this temple. It's like everything looks very familiar. So yeah, I feel like John Romero wouldn't enjoy this layout. Okay, did I get? Oh, alright, I got it. Oh, look at this! Really nice effect. What? Oh, it's like a flying torch. All right. I really would like some. Well, this is convenient. Get green acid. Oh, okay. Oh, they're going to. Okay, I see. So it's I need to. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Okay. So I think I don't even need I think to use jump, right? I think I need to run through this. No, I'm wrong. I need to use jump. Yeah, let's save. 68 health. So close to perfection. Oh my god. I remember you. Those awkward cogs. What? Why would you decide to use them again? We got a fire figurine. Like there's a burned cultist. Okay, I can go on the right. I can go on the left. Is it like it leads to the same? Yeah, it looks like it leads to the same. I really love how you can well, you can't block like every projectile, but you can kind of like block their big explosive projectile with this weapon, like with a poison potion. That's nice. It's kind of like a parry, you know, but a wrench parry sort of. Please, fucking. Yeah, I'm getting too cocky. I'm getting too. I'm starting to underestimate those enemies. Where are you? Did I kill you? Yeah, that big projectile is such a problem in me, the only one. I mean, I imagine that these enemies, like flying enemies, are probably like overall a big sort of pain in the ass. Like in this case, they're kind of. It's probably like flying on like a big hate. I wonder if it can be like it's like a often occurrence when it's very awkward. When you try to like reach them with the melee weapons. Anything? Oh, yeah. I'm getting lots of potion ammo. Oh. Oh, oh, that hurt. That hurt. Oh yes, I forgot. You can also throw weapons at them, and you have a spear that you can use to suck enemies to it. Wait, what? It's like a weapon that you get in a melee mode only. Oh no! Where are you? Ah! Got disoriented. No! Well, this is an intense encounter. Oof. Oh, okay, it's only a melee mode weapon. Got it. Makes sense. Makes that. Okay, I'll just do this. Yeah. I kind of like how this. Oh my god, hit it. I kind of like how this potion launcher. It feels like a very good, like an optimal counter to those forge elementals, but at the same time, because of the way this weapon works, you have to like execute some additional precision, right, to hit those flying enemies. So I kind of like this sort of balancing, maybe you can call it. Another one of those like lava pools that I just. Oh, maybe I can. I think I can climb up here actually. Oh, it's okay, this is another shortcut. Wait a second, I think I've missed something. Did I? Oh, I have so many healing potions. What? This is a teleporter. I think the lava came down when you used the water figurine. Oh, okay, okay. Oh! No! Just use shotgun, you... Oh my god. Oh, I'm just waiting. Oh, I'm panicking for no reason. Well, no, actually, I'm panicking for a reason. For a good one. Yeah! Oh my... I can't hit them! Ah, oof. Okay, that was... Alright, that was intense. But that's... The thing is, I didn't want to get teleported easy. I didn't want to get teleported here. Okay, alright, this is... Okay, this is... It didn't teleport me far away, that's good. So... Oh, okay, now I can get this... Earth fragment. I'm kind of curious. Oh yes, I forgot. I forgot that I even use those pickaxes. Not pickaxes, just axes. Any enemies? No. No, no, I was wrong. That was a premature conclusion. You know, these enemies, those slime girls, they kind of remind me of what are those in Half-Life? They're like special agents, I think. I'm just throwing everything at them. You know what? I think I'll use some googles for this. It's such an interesting. I keep forgetting that. Okay, is there like a short T? It's T for time shard. Yeah, actually, time shard is probably very very effective against these enemies, right? Considering how it's just extremely quick there. Yeah, I feel like the way I just disregard any like items that I have, it's a behavior that you can't do this on like on the higher difficulty levels, right? You probably you need to use all those like potions and spells you have like very actively on like on the higher difficulty levels. Oh god, an elemental ring. Okay, I got 2 fragments. Okay, where do I go now? I feel like... Oh, yes, this. What? Okay, that's worked, I guess. What? Oh, they're warlocks. What? Oh no, they're not exploding. I'm running. I wonder if warlocks can run out of oxygen. Where do I go? That was kind of cool. Sky. Okay, yeah. No. No, I keep... Oh my god, I'm running off... Oh, I have a... Yeah, I probably should use my elemental ring for this encounter. I'm kind of curious, if I don't have an elemental ring here, I'm just fucked, right? Am I? Or maybe I should just like rush for those buttons. Oh god, I don't need this. Okay, so do I go this way? Yep. Okay, so I did then. I didn't notice how do I like where do I like replenish my oxygen? Super speed runs to just shoot a button with this plugin. Oh wow, so wait a second, you can interact with these buttons by shooting at them? I didn't know this. Okay, that's a kinda useful, I guess, knowledge. Okay, let me like try to play casually. Oh, that hurts me. Yeah, I feel like I just have to rush for Wait a second, how do I... There's air up top. What? Okay, let's try it again. Did I just skip it completely? You mean... Oh, you mean like after I press all the buttons? Oh boy. No, come on! Why would you... Ah! This is such an annoying piece of... Why would you put geometry here? I'm fucked. Okay. Wait, what? But I can't... I need to press 2 buttons to completely open the thing. Right? I think? This encounter is very confusing for me. Like... Even with your help. Something tells me that it might be like... This is probably very confusing for a lot of people because... Okay, alright. I press 1 button. Oh! What? Okay, actually... But is it feels like it's too far away from me, right? I think? Let me try it out. I'm kind of curious. The way... You know what I dislike is how it's really tough to avoid these projectiles in the... Oh my god, stop following me. In the water. I mean, yeah, I guess... Yeah, it feels like a very unpleasant way to do it. Like, kill warlocks, go back, and like, go back again. Oh, so I need to heal. Actually, I'm curious. Can the warlocks die in running out of oxygen? Or that's just they can be underwater like for infinite amount of time. So I guess let's go back. I press 1 button. Oh, there's like... What do you do? Please stop! Stop following me! I was just gonna keep... Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's kind of hard to notice because it's like a small spot, like a very thin sort of ring that I didn't even realize that actually you can start getting like oxygen after you press 1 button. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's press the last one. I pressed it. What? Wait a second. Okay, that's the one. But it's like, it feels like, oh my god, this projectile is so annoying. They're like worse version of like a Shalrath, you know, from Quake. Are you what? Just and they keep coming after me. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Okay, I did this for what? Okay, for a water fragment. And there's like an additional pass, looks like. Oh no, I just got back. Well, you got them orbiting that. I think the home project should still end the monster doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's just in usually in those like in non-underwater encounters, they just it's kind of like it's easy for them to hit like a floor or something, right? And to create those hazard areas, but in underwater, it doesn't work this way, right? Yeah, I don't think warlocks are good enemies for underwater combat. They just it's very hard to avoid the projectiles in this environment. Yeah, like to an extent that it feels like sort of very clunky and unfair. Okay, I feel like there was another area that I could go into. Let me check again. Maybe? No? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Let's just grab some ammo that I missed. And also the fact that the floor is like it hurts you. Oh wait. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, okay. Maybe I was just hit by a projectile and I saw that the floor hits you for some reason. Okay. So we got a water fragment. That was the least pleasant part of this level so far. Oh, lots of. Oh my god, lots of dogs! Okay, yeah. Now, I guess like one of the issues you can also cite with this, like with this encounter, that it's kind of this amount of this amount of enemies, it's like pushes you out of this arena. It's kind of funny how this. Oh, the door. Oh yes, the time shard. Actually, let's just reload. Let's just reload. Actually, it didn't help. I rolled 19 health. 19 health. Do I have? Actually, I have some turrets. Okay, let's do this. Let's activate. Oh, I can hear them. No, let's do it again. For some reason, I saw that my weapons wouldn't be affected by the time shard. Did I get them? Okay, that was kind of fun. One HP. There is a might actually. Oh wait, did I miss it? Probably missed it. Let me. Yeah, I think I. Okay, just let me place it. So I have one left. You can just axe everyone while it stops. Oh, so axe is like it's not affected by the slow motion? Oh, I guess I'll try it next time. Yeah, kind of one thing that I am like not a big fan of this, and it's, I mean, it's kind of hard to like play around it, that when you get into this big hole and you start like spawning on those enemies, it's like very easy for player to just like to go back, right? To go back to this like a corridor where they came from and fight all the enemies on their own terms, right? So it's kind of like a door problem, like the infamous door problem of encounter design. Okay, this is kind of curious. And I mean, it's when you have this structure, this level structure, it's hard to kind of avoid this, right? Maybe like, and it's not the most elegant way to kind of play around it. It's you, as the player gets into the hole, just lock every gate and then spawn the enemies, but that can feel like very arbitrary, right? That's why all the gates are suddenly locked, why the enemies like conveniently spawned like at the moment when I entered. So it's not the perfect solution, but maybe for this game it worked well because of the fantasy stuff, right? All the magic, so you can probably like go away with this, like run away with this solution. Okay, now I'm a little bit confused because I feel like I explored everything, but I still lack one fragment. It's like a Earth fragment? Or like, what? This is where I came from. There was another... Okay. Interesting. How did I miss it? Let me... Oh yeah, I remember. There was like, actually, I was running around. I was panicking. So this is why I skipped it. Oh, potion. Yeah. Potion. Oh, this is a potion, right? Yeah, it looks like a potion to me. Okay, whoop. Man, the lava really hurts in this. Okay, yeah, this is the route that I just I missed because I was okay, I jump here. I feel like I need to explode this. Oh yeah, I remember. We're going to encounter more of those forge elementals, I guess. Which is actually, it's a weird progression, right? Because the way this path leads to, I feel like it's very easy to forget about this route because the way that path leads to just is completely in different direction, I think. So you kind of go that way. You never return to here. There's not like a shortcut back to this T-junction. Yeah, I'm not sure about this flow. I feel like it's just very easy to like skip this section. Because you the moment when you finish this part, you just completely forget about this one. Okay, I think I jump here. Ah, fuck me. Actually, I don't see. By the way, I think I didn't save that long ago, right? I saved it. I feel like the quick save, they they decrease your platforming abilities somehow, because you know that you can reload, right? So you can slack, sort of. You can kind of just don't get as focused on the challenge as you could be otherwise, right? I feel like that this is like a psychological effects of quick saves. Yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm just get away from me! Oh my god! That was that was intense. Yeah, I was kind of like I sort of about to comment about this like weird ring structure. I was like, why would you do this? Why would you put this ring? And that makes sense now. Oof, okay, that was wow. You might be the first person to ever survive it on the first go. And the timing, the fact that I had to reload, that my gun wasn't reloaded, was like the worst. Oh, I can see the fragment. 12 health, let's go. I can heal. Please no more Forge Elementals, I had enough. What is this? It's like another shortcut? Okay. Oh! Ouch! Oh! Oh, it's a... Okay, it's just... actually, this is a nice... Okay, I like the flow of this. Come on, fuck off. I like the flow of this, of the part, like a right, I guess you can say, part of this lava area. Because it's nicely kind of shortcuts. It leads you back into this, like a beginning, right? And now you can kind of return and explore like the left side, like another path. So this one I feel like is structured better. Any more enemies? Oh, probably when I place it, right? Oh. You could probably see the key item from the bottom too. Oh, actually, could I? Give me a second. I'm not sure if I could because of all the lava waterfalls. Oh wait, lava falls? I'm maybe. I feel like lava falls, lava waterfalls, whatever. They're kind of obscuring it. But maybe you could. I'm not sure. I mean, either way, it's like a small item. It's also very orange, right? Yeah, you should be able. Yeah, I agree. I agree that you actually maybe that was the intention. Like the way it's framed, I feel like maybe it was the intention that you could, as you enter the area, you could clearly see that like your goal that you should reach. But I feel like the way it's implemented, I think most players would just skip it. They wouldn't notice because the item is small, and again all those lava falls. I mean, because I definitely skipped it. I definitely didn't notice it. So yeah, I like the intention, but I don't think it works. Okay, so this is what you've been talking about. Like this is the Act 1, and there's like a second part of the level. Act 1 and... Okay, yeah, let's alright, let's end it, I guess, at this point, because like it's almost 3 hours at this point. Yeah, alright, so that was a good run, I feel like. Okay, let's end here for today. So the next stream will finish Hedon, finally. Yeah, okay, the previous level, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. This level so far, like the first half, it's I feel like it's mostly good, mostly good. There are like some issues. The underwater encounter was, I did not enjoy it. That the structure of the lava dome, again, I feel like I would get lost without zombie help. So yeah, the navigation at the lava zone could be better, I think. But apart from that, I guess it's all right. It's, yeah. Okay, so I'm actually curious. How long the Act 2? Is it as long as Act 1? Or is it even longer? Do you remember? This the way this kind of like a brushwork, it reminds me of Minecraft. It feels like something that you could do like in Minecraft. About the same? Yeah, I think it would be awkward if the next stream I would finish this like a second part like in 30 minutes. You know what? Fuck it. Let's end this. Let's finish the game. If it's going to be a 4-hour long stream, whatever. Let's go with this. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is kind of a cool looking corridor. What? What the f... I am not sure what that thing was. Boy, I love this. I love this whole... Oh, the scale and how it kind of disappears in the darkness. Yeah, this is some real nicely looking area. Okay, so I guess we need to get to this bridge. Some cracks in the floor, nothing unusual. Oh, I guess those like a statues of those lancers. Okay. Oh. What? Okay, on the right I need the crystal key. Yep. I like the barricades. I like the story of lancers have crystals on their shoulders for some reason. Actually, yeah, it's kind of curious because I don't remember that like their corpses had crystals on them. Okay, so I guess like an environmental... they do? Okay, maybe I just misremembered. So I kind of like the environmental story of how like those orcs were fighting, they were like establishing like a barricades to hold off the demons and cultists. Oh. Did it just explode? Oh, someone's fighting! What is this? What? Oh! Okay, alright. That's saying God for that turret, I guess. Do I jump on this? Okay. And someone is fighting very violently. Lots of healing potions. Oh! Ah, fuck. God, this is... Ah. This is like a very awkward room for fighting these enemies. So I think this is meant to be like a power station that it's harvesting crystal energy. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I guess it kind of works. Where is next? Oh, I guess I need to jump over this fence. I kind of like this puzzle. Oh. It's another vent. Okay, some fight occurred here. Oh, no, I need this for you. I like how this Forge Elemental, they appeared and like immediately like disappeared. Did I kill you? Oh yeah, I just killed you. I feel like they were like struggling to enter this area. The Lancer that I can't... Oh yeah, okay, they have crystals on their shoulders. It's very easy to mistake them for blood or something else. They're fighting with someone. What? Who are you fighting with? Oh, hello! Oh my god, this is like... They're opening the council room. Praise the defenses. Is it Tayati? Is it you? Holy shit, this is like the first living character that we... Oh, okay, no, Right, I need to participate in this fight. Yep. Okay, maybe... Let's use Time Shard. Yeah. Maybe not the best use of Time Shard, but... You know, I have a bunch, I think. Where are you? Where's the Warlock? Where's the fucking Warlock? Where's the fucking Warlock? Wait a second, Warlock still can fly? What the f... What? Oh, that Warlocks are semi-immune. Oh, wait a second. I guess... I mean, yeah, I guess it sort of makes sense. Wait, you mean they can die, huh? Well, I guess that's also kind of... Can I talk to you? Fuck, I can't believe we survived that onslaught. Keep your eyes peeled, this isn't over. Don't know how much longer we can... Oh, okay, so this is not Tayati. It's some river. We held them off for now. Oh boy, it just feels so good to actually like encounter allies, like a friendly faces that you can like fight together. This is a good encounter. Again, maybe not because of its challenge, right? But because of its story, it's like a flavor. Also, the silence is awkward now. Oh, what is this? Is it like a cave? Like a big cavern structure? Yeah, you don't expect this after 10 hours of game and nothing like this. Yeah. That's for sure. That's like all the like allies are basically dead, right? That we encountered before. Oh man, it's like a. So I assume this is like a cavern skybox sort of. Kind of reminds me of Evangelion. Oh, time shard, yeah. In this underground, like also like the city they had, in a current system. Actually, I wasted all my time shards. I feel like I wasted them so inefficient. I mean, at least it was at least it was fun. Oh, like yeah, it kind of reminds me of the is that Evangelion city now. This is a beautiful skybox. I kind of like it. I mean, maybe not this dark spot in the center, but those like I assume there's like a crystals probably, like a bright crystals in the distance. Okay, so what do we do now? Let me grab all the stuff that I can. This one is locked. Oh, I like the sound effect. The best weapon sound effect. Okay, what is this? Do I do something? Oh, I can get behind. We got to link back up as the defenders. You can order certain friendlies to follow you. What? Holy shit, this is some Half-Life 2 going.
I'm right behind you.
What? She has a voiced... She's actually voiced, what? Okay, this is... I did not expect that. AAA. What is this? What is this? I can actually now like assemble my my team, my dream team of goblin and orc girls. Wow, this is like the my favorite game now. Any other? No. Actually, I have a question. What she was doing here? Excuse me, lady. What? We were hiding from the battlefield? We were slacking while we were fighting? I'm not sure about it. You're kind of, I don't know. You're kind of sus. Yeah, I'm not sure about this goblin girl. She's kind of. I definitely don't appreciate cowards. Can you open the door on the other side? I think I can. Okay, let me try. Can I ask these girls to join me? No, I guess I don't think I can. What? Rivers are shadow guardians. I mean, this is also a river, right? Well met, sister. By the way, I found her hiding behind like a main screen. She was yeah, I don't know. I don't know her. Anyway, can I ask you to join? I guess I can't. She's the only one. This is so weird. Like, why would you introduce this like a crowd kind of like ally control mechanic in this like a hiding spot? Like, why would you do it in this way? Like, in a way that I feel like it's very easy to skip again, right? I assume some players just skipped it. There is a lot more of this in Bloodright. Okay. So in Bloodright, I can actually assemble my dream team of goblin and orc ladies. Got it? Okay, let's. I'm curious if this is like a main progression pass. Because if it is, it's like looks very sneaky. Because I mean, I guess those slides are kind of give it up that there is like some space behind. But when you look at this, it's kind of I don't know. I feel like some players wouldn't even notice that you can go behind. It's kind of like he worked out how to do this just as he was finishing up game 1. I mean, it's definitely feels a very random thing to introduce in the final level. That's that definitely kind of, yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. The way it's just hidden behind. Is it really like, oh, it's like, wait a second, what? It's a shortcut. But why would I need to go back? I didn't acquire any keys, right? I didn't get any. I didn't get a crystal key. Did I miss it? Do you have a crystal key? I'm glad to see you, Sergeant. Could really see your health. Captain Dura. Oh, okay, so this is Captain Dura. She's in Padawan. Oh, boys, this is like an hour. It's like our, defense point, sort of. Like a camp of our orcs. Ah, it feels so good. Feels good to be surrounded by friendly faces. Over here, then. At last you have arrived. I'm Lancer Dendron. I've assumed command of the remnants here. Teade has informed me about your unexpected return to Volk. She's also found out about Lee's betrayal and the Nisril character that so eagerly wants to break us apart. Okay, we have no time to fret, so I'll be brief. Okay. Thanks to powering up the parapet ward, Nisril's ability to teleport more cultists has been severed, thus allowing us to hold the defense of this wing. Behind us lies the very crystal heart, which we shall die protecting. Now desperation we called for the power of the Ors, and collapsed as many entrances in the temple as we could. Oh, so this is what happened, okay. We bought time, but also blocked ourselves from reaching the defenders. That is the only other place to access the heart. We used to keep in touch with the Lancer and there's the crystal ball, but we recently lost all contact. The cultists have and so far focused on us. Crystal shot. Yeah. When she's alive, its crystals are definitely more visible. But a few hours ago, Nisril has vanished from the front line, leaving a handful of her minions to keep us busy here. I've sent Teade. Oh, so Teade didn't run away to find out what she's up to, but she hasn't. Yes, I need to go find out what she's up to. It will not be an easy task, but you should not be on your own. I shall entrust you with commanding your own squad. All right. Take along a few sisters to aid you, if you wish. You will also need this crystal key to gain further access. Now take whatever supplies you need and get going. Find out it. Alright, got it. And one more thing. We don't need to know what happened to the captain then. Morale is low enough already, and knowing what we might be lost of our kind won't help us now. Keep the story for after. I mean, it looks like I'm not really a talkative type. So you can count on me. Oh! Another... It's a different music track. Yeah, the connection is definitely lost here. Okay, so this is like an icon that tells me that I can ask for them. Oh, it's a dwarf. Yes, another cat gem arrived. So you're moving out of the West Wing? I'm at your command.
Falling in.
Okay. Oh, it's a witch. Okay. This one is collapsed. Setting off a warlock. I'm ready to join you. Okay. Let's do this. You got my back. Are those scrolls? No, they're not readable. Okay, I'm curious how they can die. Be careful. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how strong they are. How easy it is for them to die. Because let me tell you, ladies, I wasn't impressed with your performance earlier, like in early levels. It's kind of the aim is good. It now actually occurs to me there are no minotaurs, right? I think like one of the captains was Minotaur, if I remember correctly. Like only one dwarf. There's a rat somewhere, what? Oh, there's a rat! You're in a good company. You're in a good company. Yeah, so it's kind of awkward how you got stuck in this. Let me... Okay, you can chill here. No! I didn't want to do this. I didn't know you could. I didn't know there was a fucking lava. What the fuck? You know what? Maybe you should. You can. Maybe you can. It was not on purpose. Okay, it was not on purpose. You can stay here. I think you're enjoying this spot. Okay, I think we're ready. I'm actually really like this sequence, like this. The one place you could have thrown. It was not on purpose. Okay, I didn't know it was the lava over here. Good hunting, warrior. Thank you. Yeah, this like a brief relief and like brief reunification with your friends is just it's like a really nicely paced, I think, encounter. I think that works very well. That's like the one thing that I really needed before like the final fight. To get to see all the friendly folks. Oh, I guess I want to see Tiati again. A demon? What? Is it a demon? Who are you shooting at? Oh, they're like cultists. Oh! Why would you... yeah, just... It's like another example of how you should be very careful at putting dialogues at the same time, like as a combat is going on, because it's just... I completely missed whatever those orcs were saying, those characters. Holy shit, I have so many people following me. What those enemies can do? They're like... Is that like melee enemies or something? Okay, let's open up the crystal. Oh, the cat gem. No, don't hurt them. Don't hurt them. Okay, we have 2 orc ladies and we have 2 reavers, 2 goblin ladies. It's a shame that this new tough enemy doesn't stand a chance for the other. Yeah, it's kind of like awkward introduction. Because yeah, I'm not even sure what this enemy does actually, because they die so quickly. I don't even know what their like attacks are. So I'm like, it's like an anti-tutorial because you don't even have a chance to learn what they do. Yeah, I feel like their introduction should be like in a different place when you're alone. This one is blocked. No. Oh, that looks like a final arena. Oh my god, why did it? Maybe I don't think it's a good idea to use the time shard now. Fuck. Oh my god, it's such a bad time shard. No, I'm shooting my own squad. Are you okay? Everyone's alright? Okay. Look at this thing. What the fuck are they trying to conjure here? Guess we'll soon find out. I don't have any fire. I don't have any time shards. Okay, do I go this way? Okay, yeah, this is a bridge. Alright, so this is not a final arena. So it's interesting that this architecture, I guess this is like an architecture of those ancients, I think, the ancient race that was mentioned earlier. Because this is not an like an orc architecture, right? So it's like Oh no, you fuckers. God, that wall got killed so quickly. Boy, what a firepower. Yeah, they say this was an elf style that the orcs have taken over. Oh, okay, so that was like an elf domain before, got it. Boy, our squad can definitely do some serious, have some real firepower. Probably didn't have to waste my ammo on those. Oh, okay, so they have a range attacks. Oh, this corridor is very menacing. Oh, okay, it started. I feel like I need to like aggro their attention on me. Okay. Looks like they've closed down the shutter gate from the inside. Gotta find a way to open it. I can also hold here and attack them. And it goes up if you wish. Not a bad idea. I'll stay here too if you want. Surge. Okay, so they kinda hint you that that you can use this mechanic of them like ordering them where to stay. I guess let's stay here.
I'll cover you.
Do I do it correctly? Another interesting thing that now that I have characters, all those like characters following me, the game can actually like they can actually like tell me what to do, right? Like what is my objective for me, like in order for me not to get lost. So that's also a nice benefit of having companions. Okay, that was a hint. Okay. Okay, maybe you can all of you can stay here. Yeah, probably they don't need to go with me. What? Oh! Can I save you? Can I help you? The buster shot inside the tank. Okay, so I can recruit it now. Good. Okay, so this is an icon when they stay, so it's like a shield, and this is an icon when they follow me, which I guess kind of makes sense that axe symbolizes more like an offensive mode, while the shield like symbolizes like a defensive stance. Oh, look at this! There's like a big library area. Okay, maybe I should have taken a bunch of orcs with me. Now that I think about Oh my god! I feel like she's going to die! Ah! Okay, she's alright. Okay, what do I need to do? Can I open this? Wait a second, did I miss something? I think I probably... I feel like I missed a button. Oh. I wonder if this elevator can actually kill you. Yeah, it's like it's another example when I mistook the floor for the platform. Yeah, so this is a button, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is perfect. Look at this. Look at this nice framing. As I press the button, I see like how this gate opens up. Mwah! Why you couldn't do it every time earlier? In other maps, you can actually do it. Oh, this area is open. Oh, I got a lancer at my... What? I even have a lancer at my health. What? Holy shit! I have a fucking army. I feel like...
Let's move. On the double. I got your back. Let's move. Go, I'll go. On the double. 8 done.
It's kind of getting awkward to control them because they all get like crowded. Whatever. Let's go. Wait, no, this is not the way, right? This is... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I guess it kind of makes sense that you open this up, and then we see that this room is opened. Yeah, this is a sneaky button. I heard that Nisrael and Demon passing by a while ago. He sounded awfully... What? Oh, this area is beautiful. Did anyone die? Oh god, I think one river died. I think? No, actually everyone is alive. That's good. Well, look at this. Okay, so... I guess we can only go on the right. Damn it, we're too late. Nisral might have already breached the heart. I'm sorry, I need to do some exploration. I apologize. I know you're in a hurry, but I need to get some, resources and whatnot. What's this? What kind of potion? There's a crystal ball over. Oh! Oh, hello! Okay, this is nice. I like this. I like this detail. So we know why the connection was lost. Ah, look at this. Are you okay? What's wrong? Why are you running this direction? Yeah, their pathfinding is kinda... Or is it because of this? Yeah, I guess they got kind of bugged out because of that last cultist. Oh boy, look at this. That is a good Vista. That is some AAA-esque Vista, I will say. Yeah, this definitely, this level, the Crystal Heart. I've only heard stories about this place. I think this this level, it's like this environment art. It definitely fits. It definitely kind of fits all the kind of needs, for the final final level, for the like final fight. It's like very fitting. What? Oh, the time shard. Nice. This is this is weird, but whatever. It's like cloud platforms or something. Okay, no enemies so far. Oh, and the teleport. What? What? What happened? Why did it disappear? Did they get a teleporter? Okay, so I guess like the reason they decided it kind of makes sense, right? So if you want to show especially what is happening? What are you doing? Actually I didn't grab a bunch of those shards. It kind of makes sense to use the teleporter, right, for the final arena. Especially if you want to place it like in a distance so you can see it like from far away. And you don't want to like build like actual real geometry that connects to this arena. I guess this teleporter makes sense. If you can get back to you, they pull back. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So that's kind of like an anti-stack mechanic, right? So this is like teleported to the final area, and they like realized that I didn't go with them, and they teleported back to me. This is what's happening probably. Damn, this is. Yeah, it's probably like the prettiest area in this level. I got the big squad, yeah. I wonder, is it normal? Do I get like less of those squad mates and like on a higher level of difficulty? Because that's a lot of people. Yeah, this area is like probably like one of the prettiest areas in the game, and like 50% of that is just a skybox. Maybe even more than 50%. I did this with no helpers, so I was too worried about them dying. I mean, I understand. I understand your concerns. I definitely get this anxiety of your allies dying, so that's yeah. Actually, this is like an interesting sort of era. Okay, they're alive. It's okay. Kind of interesting thing to consider, right? That you have this teammates mechanic, but the players that just like actively reject, like they refuse to use this mechanic because they're afraid of of these characters dying. That definitely can be something that's might surprise a developer. There's a special secret room once you go through the portal. Oh, okay. So this is not it's not going to teleport me into like a final arena? Oh, it's not. Then I couldn't stop her. She made it inside. Oh no, is she's dying? Go get her. You can't let her take the disc.
Huh?
Her magic is simply too strong. She managed to conjure the giant demon. I'll be fine. Okay, this is the thing that I wanted to hear, that she'll be fine. Okay. Behind it came from. This is a giant lancer. This is the Huh?
I'll pick him off from here.
No, that's what? Oh, okay, I see the button.
They won't get through me. Falling in.
No, that's not what I want. Oh! What? Thanks to everyone for financially supporting Hedon on Patreon. Oh, it's like it's a Patreon room sort of. Okay, I get it. Vodyanoi. What? This is... Wait a second. This is a Russian word. Are Hedon devs Russian? That's interesting name. Sarah? Oh, it's like it's the names of patrons. Okay, I got it. It's like Robo Patron. Okay, I see. It's like a Oh, there are so many like custom models, custom characters. Are those like a it was like a Patreon pledge, like it was included in rewards that like at certain tier patrons will get like a custom character or something? It's just a pile of weapons. Oh, this is a human. All right. That's a Doomsguy helmet. Some kind of ogre.
I'll cover you. Falling in.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. Also, I feel like because I feel like I'm kind of missing lots of references, lots of like local memes, like like this one, for example. All right.
Let's move out.
Yeah, that was neat. Neat Patreon room placement. And a cutscene. This wall texture is weird. This is really weird. Be gone, elf. The disc won't bring you anything but doom. Doesn't have to last forever. I have some friends at my side. Okay, though this is the final arena. He's just standing up here. All right, let's time to do this. Beat Lord Alpha. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Do I have to? I'm sure. Oh, okay. This is probably not very effective. I'd rather kill some cultists. Also, I have a. Use all the whatever you have. Just use this. Whatever. Fuck. Where is my? Are we done? Is it killed? You did this is not. Okay, I need to know how many survived. I think we lost one river. Okay, what now? See you in hell. Follow her, we can't let her get away with this disc. Okay, Lancer survived too, this lady survived. Oh man, I think we lost one. I think we lost one river, right? It was 3 of them. Yeah, I guess without helpers, this is definitely a rough fight. Oh, you saw the body? Ah. Well. Actually, is Tayati here? Is she still with us? I guess she escaped. Through the vent, probably. Is there a vent anywhere? No? Okay. Okay, there, yeah, maybe... Oh, this is a head. That's nice. Maybe this boss is such a joke compared to what's in Blood, right? Yeah, like visually, it's basically like a scaled, rescaled this demon, right? Demon enemy that we encountered before. That definitely cheapens it a little bit. But I guess like another thing that's like a normal. I feel like a normal the squad is just so strong because yeah, I feel like they kill the boss too quickly. And even the turret is alive. Okay, well, that was a boss fight. The final one. What? What is this music? After a fierce battle, the grotesque demon finally collapsed, his dying roar echoing through the halls. Stumbling towards the massive doors, the half-orc forced them open, gathering breath for a final fight. Yet her fist unclenched as soon as she found Nisril holding the mysterious disc. She was too late. The warlock wasted no time, conjuring an eldritch portal and escaping the orc stronghold with the disc. But then was hell-bent on not letting her get away. Driven by a swift impulse, she plunged into the closing wormhole, following Nisril into places unknown. Yeah, this text implying that she was alone, but yeah, she wasn't alone at all. What's this? Oh, the credits. Art, animation, programming, writing, level design, sound design, publishing by Zen Hedon Dev. Yeah, that was they did a lot of work by them. Having repelled the last... I'll skip this one. They found nothing but massacre and destruction. The sacred disc artifact gone. Both Zan and Tiade seem to have disappeared without a trace, leaving many questions behind. Okay. Thanks to oh, so it's a nickname for the bits of character and lore inspiration. The invasion was over, but the damage left behind by soundtrack. So okay, so I guess that was like a planned. There was the plans were sequel like right from the beginning. A few secluded fighters who survived the initial attacker group and held. Voice acting. Oh, they even show you a fight, the little fight scene. Brutal friendly AI? Huh. Liz has already met her swift demise. She was prepared for cremation and stripped of all honor. Chieftain Zura was recovered from Liz's tank and urgently put under insanity treatment. Oh, she survived in the end. Okay. With the high-ranked Lancers having perished, she assumed temporary command over Walk. I kind of like this this credit. Her efforts however focused on studying these notes to cure and erode the horrors she had created. This cutscenes showing what happened to all the characters after the ending. Kind of like in Titanfall 2. Wait, no, that's not how Titanfall 2 credits work. Well, sort of. Once a lively fort, Icepeak became nothing more but a frigid stone husk. A stern reminder of Lee's deeds. Okay. Yeah, the castle sacked. I'm sorry, it's just... Compared to other levels especially, it's just... Inside the lone dwarf began to slowly pet things together. That's a good one. Oh, so that was a different ending. Lancer Dander was ordered to return to her base and ensure the functioning of the anti-magic war. Her time split between burying her sisters and standing at the edge of the mountains, watching, waiting. Thanks to those who helped me learn how to develop a game and answer my questions. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, so that was their first project, right? Looks like it. Captain Dur gathered a handful of warriors and headed to the forge. Oh, the forge level. They readied to hunt down rogue forge elementals and established a connection with Minotaur's cave below. I feel like this is the first live Minotaur we've seen, and it's like in the credits. And of course, thanks to everyone who financially, yeah. So it was a crowdfunded game by Patreon. Okay. And I guess a sequel was crowdfunded too, right? Days passed quickly as a few surviving members of the Iron Division struggled to restore their stronghold. But as tunnels were cleared, stragglers were rescued, and bodies were buried, time seemed to flow slower. And questions began to arise. What happened to the campaign against the demons? No messenger had arrived. Why was it disc? Oh yes, we don't know what happened with people in the hell and in demon area, right? End of Hedon 1, Crystal Heart. Okay, okay. Got it. Ah, wow. Okay. Yeah, that was a nice like credit sequence with showing what happened to everyone. Okay, all right. So that was like the first episode. Yeah, that was that was an interesting experience to say the least. A little bit messy, that's for sure, but still a good episode, a good game, I think. It definitely, I think, stands out compared to like other retro-inspired shooters, like Dusk, for example. So, yeah, I'm definitely interested to check out their second episode, especially if as Zombie, you say that it's like significantly better than the first episode. But maybe like after some break, yeah. I'd rather something was messy and interesting than smooth and dull. Yeah, that's true. I guess like one thing that's like on a fundamental level that's maybe a little bit disappointing to me, but you can also argue that it's like a problem with expectations, because when you look at this menu screen, right? It feels like this is a game like it's a Doom Eternal, but in this game you play not as a like a space marine, like a Doom guy, but instead you play like a horde buff, like half demon lady. That's not what this game is about, right? It's kind of there's maybe a little bit too much of those puzzles, quests, fetch quests, sort of exploration areas, sequences, which is, again, maybe you can argue that's like an issue with expectations. Yeah, but yeah, overall it was a good game, I think. All right, that was definitely like an adventure. Like a 4-hour stream. Right, so yeah, that was Hedon, first episode. I'll definitely check out the second one, like after some break. I feel like after this long playthrough, I will probably focus like my next streams on more of like a series of small indie projects, because it feels like a little bit draining to dedicate so many streams to one game. Yeah, so I'll see you next time, probably on Saturday, because the next week will be a little bit work busy. So I don't think I'll be able to stream on Wednesday because of that. Yeah, again, that is a GG. That is a real GG, I think. Tip number 42, she's watching. that's a nice tip. Yeah, that was you know what? I think I'm happy that this game has a second episode, and I feel like we need more retro styled shooters where you play as a hot buff woman. that's my main conclusion. That's what I kind of come off after finishing the first episode. And I hope the second episode features significantly more mirrors. That's definitely one expectation that I have for the second part. Yeah, okay, all right. That was definitely a game. All right, so I'll see you again problem Saturday with some short indie title. Some probably not a shooter. I think I need to get some break from shooters. Yeah, all right. So again, thank you, Zombie, for coming. Thank you for anyone who will watch this 4-hour long VOD. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yes, so have a nice rest of your day. Stay safe as usual, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. It's like 2 a.m. in my area. I definitely need to get sleep after this one. Right, bye bye. Oh yeah, that's in the end the game doesn't want me, doesn't give me control